What's going on, players? Welcome to another episode of Reid the Room, the podcast, the playground for self-discovery and the rebrand for adulting. Welcome to my room. Take off your shoes. Oh, yeah. You are now listening to the Reid the Room podcast. I'm your girl, Miss Dion Reid. Hey, what's going on there? Hey, family, how you doing? How has your week been? What's going on? What's really good? What's going on? This episode might feel a little bit rantish. And I know you're not going to judge me because I've invited you in my room, first of all, because if you came in my room and you judged me, that would be rude. And I know you guys are not rude. Not that I know of anyway. But today's it might be a bit rantish, and I gotta keep it real for y'all. So the theme of today, the game that we're using to theme the episode is Buckaroo. I don't know how many of you know this game, but it's an old school vintage game, yeah? And basically how you play the game is you have this board game and you have this donkey, and then you take it in turns to load the donkey with different accessories. The aim is to see how much you can load on top of that donkey before it kicks and flings everything, before it buckaroos, basically, before it flips, okay? So that is the aim of the game. Load up the donkey. Put the pressure on the donkey. Give the donkey the heaviness, and then the donkey will flip. And then, yeah, so the aim is to see how much you can get on that donkey before it flips, yeah? So with that in mind, the prompt today is, how much are you carrying? And what will it take for you to finally flip? Hey! Oh, sugar. Sorry. I didn't mean to do the applause. I meant to do this.
Come on! Don't get me mad.
That's what I really meant to do. I'm going to dedicate this episode to the people that are out here carrying loads. Not just your own load. I think we all know someone who is super reliable, who you can call in any season, and they will answer and they will give you food. They will nourish you. You're the strong friend. You're the efficient colleague. You're the resilient one. You're the problem solver in every season. Even when it's raining in your house, you are the person that people go to and say,
I need you to fix it for me.
This episode is dedicated to you because even though it looks easy, it doesn't mean it's not heavy. I want to know, are you okay? Are you on the edge? Are you about to buckaroo and these people around you don't even realize and they're giving you more to carry? Because if you are, this is a safe space for you. I am holding space for you because you know what? I am you. I am you. I don't know where this episode is going right now. You might want to call me Rantisha by the end of this. I don't know. I am so conflicted in this as well. Because it's not just the thing of people putting a load on top of you. It's the fact that you don't know how to even buckaroo safely. Because let's really be honest, to flip is not always a negative thing. It's the release it's the release of emotions, isn't it? Yeah. It's the reaction that is scary. The reason why I feel conflicted, yeah, is because sometimes when I see someone, flip or like buckaroo, I look at them and I go, oh, it must be nice. It must be nice to be able to just lose it and no one even bat an eyelid. You've got a friend or a family member or a loved one of some sort, yeah, who is allowed to flip daily, and people just go, oh, you know how they are, don't pay them no mind, they just do what they do, with no consequence. How are you able to do that? I know people that have flipped and just like torn up the space, and the next day they want to come and offer biscuits. And then if I don't want to eat the biscuit, they're like, why are you not eating my biscuit? What's wrong? It's so frustrating. And like I said, I feel conflicted because sometimes I'm like, I understand why you flip. And then there's other people who have the potential to be reactive, but have made different choices, which has meant they have suppressed backdated buckaroos, just building up. Sometimes the lack of buckarooing results in sickness. You know that because that is stored. If it's not coming out, it's stored somewhere. It's not just the opportunity to do it. It's the thought process of who is going to clean up if you flip. Because it's going to be you. It's like mashing up the windows and going, ah! And then taking the broom and dustpan and just sweeping it up. I just want to create a safe space. I want to create a safe space for you. Yeah, you specifically to buckaroo. If you need to flip, this is the space to do it. There needs to be more safer, more understanding spaces for the person that you assume has it all together to be able to put it down. I know there's occasions where I'm like, if I was to react in the same way that I've seen people do, I know people would lose it. And it's happened before. I remember like I was working in this environment and I was teaching, I was facilitating workshops and I go there weekly. I would work there weekly. I'm not going to say their name, but I'm going to call them Buckisha. Yeah. So one day I came into work and usually I would use a specific room and Buckisha was dealing with a lot that day. But Buckisha generally buckaroos on a daily. Everybody knows Buckisha because of her bucking ways, yeah? I said bucking, just to be clear. And so on this day, I go into work and Buckisha is standing at the door waiting for me to come in. And she says,
I'm going through a lot today, yeah? I'm going through a lot today and I do not need any stress from anybody, okay?
Basically what happened is she had double booked the room that we usually use. And instead of her to say to me, D, listen, double booking today. We've got other clients in the room. Are you cool with using this other space? Which 100%, a space is a space, yeah? I'll be okay with it. Instead of her doing that, she came to me with a Hadouken. And she didn't even just Hadouken me. She done spinning bird kick. If you know Street Fighter, then you know what I'm talking about. She Hadouken, spinning bird kick, combo. And it's not even it's not even just the fact that she did that. She done it publicly. At the time I was teaching, I think it was like 22 students, yeah? So she didn't just do this with me and her, where I can say, oh, Buckisha's going Bucky again. She did it in front of them. And she did it in front of my other colleagues. This is a public buckaroo. And I'm standing there going, if I am to buck back at you, we all know it's going to look different. And so then internally, I still feel the rage. I feel rage. I'm like, why are you giving me something that doesn't belong to me? But equally, I've already built a system where I'm not allowed to react and I cannot give anyone my reaction. And as much as it's a gift to have that skill set, that's why I say I feel conflicted because I'm like, when or am I allowed to? Am I allowed to do a buckaroo? Am I? Just to add, with Buckisha, she done it publicly, she flipped, made all the noise in front of everyone. And then what I did is I had my hands by my side because I'm also aware of if somebody can't hear the conversation that's happening, if they look at this dynamic, they are going to see me as the aggressor regardless. That's what's going to happen. And so in this moment, she's doing all of this. And I'm standing there with my hands by my side with a neutral face. And then when she finishes, I say, are you okay? And I say, I'm happy to use another room, but I would love to speak about how we resolve conflict in future. That's what I say to her. But what I wanted to say is, come on, don't get me mad. That's what I wanted to say. That's what I wanted to say. I wanted us to say that and more. Remember, I'm going in to teach a workshop. She's giving me this, Hadouken, spinning bird kick. Then I have to teach these young people, these incredible young people who also have support needs and all these things, yeah? And then I come out of the room and she takes me to the side in secret and says,
Oh dear, I'm so sorry about that. I was just feeling a little bit overwhelmed before.
why are you giving me secret apology? Why are you even whispering? You're whispering your apology when you were shouting at me before. Wah, 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 wah. How is that acceptable? Anyway, so with that in mind, I thought about it and I was like, I wonder what type of people are not expected to Buckaroo. So I spoke to ChatGPT. Do you know what I mean? I asked it. I said, like, based on this concept, who do you think wouldn't be expected to Buckaroo? Buckaroo meaning flip, and who's not allowed to do that? This is the list that ChatGPT gave me. I said top 5 people. Yeah. So we've got the strong friend. They're the person that everyone goes to fix and solve the problems. We've got mothers and caregivers, because naturally people see them as nurturers, and so they're not expected to rage or react. Yeah. Number 3, black women or women of colour. Often expected to be resilient, strong and unshakable. Then number 4, we have the high achiever. The high achiever, they are seen as well put together on the outside, so their overwhelm has to go unnoticed. And then the final one is the peacemaker. The peacemaker is the go with the flow person, the go with the flow friend, non-confrontational, so they're not expected to have any sort of reaction at all. So those are the top 5 types of people that aren't allowed to Buckaroo. Is it fair though? Do you feel like everyone should be able to Buckaroo?
Ridiculous.
We are in the ridiculous segment, and today's ridiculous subject is, when I was younger, I used to play this game on public transport. I thought I was the only one, but I was talking to my friend the other day, and apparently this is something that a lot of us did. Yeah, I used to play public transport Olympics. I still do it now. Let me not lie. I said I was younger, but I still do it now. So if I was going like on a bus going to school, I would sit at the bus stop, and if it was me and my friend at the bus stop and somebody's walking towards the bus stop, if the bus is coming, their back is facing the bus, the aim would be to get that person to turn around and think the bus is coming. If you got that person to turn around, then you get a point. So I would do things like, if I'm sitting at the bus stop and the person's walking towards the bus stop, I would get up and pretend to look to see the bus come in, and they would turn around and I'll sit back down again. I get my point. I used to do that. I used to do that all the time. And then also on the underground, if you are coming out of the tube station or something, and it's like I call it like the 100-meter sprint or the 200-meter bend, yeah? There's either a sprint or a bend. Come out the train, and then you would pick someone to race, and you would race them, not running obviously, because that's wild. And then you would have to tap your Oyster card before them. Sometimes, I can't lie, I would do a cheeky dip and do the photo finish dip and go just to ensure that I won. Don't judge me. I don't care if you judge me anyway, because it's my room.
Read all about it.
Read all about it today is for my brothers. What did I just say about my brother? These are some incredible human beings that I think that I think everyone should go and check out. Okay, I'm going to shout out my brothers from Expect Foolishness, the podcast. Please, 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 I'm begging you, go and check them out. It's Travis J, it's KG the comedian, and it's Wale. They have an extraordinary podcast called Expect Foolishness, and it does exactly what it says on the tin. But the real reason why I love it so much is because these are grown men talking about everything, from being a husband, being a father, to like brotherhood, to like friendship, to just all round silliness. It's just such a beautiful platform to tune into. If you want to laugh, if you want to learn, if you want to like smile and feel good, go and listen to Expect Foolishness. They're doing amazing things. I absolutely love them. And yeah, man, team Expect Foolishness. All right, Expect Foolishness. Okay, I'm not a fan. Just a little bit. On a serious note, if you are feeling like you are on the verge of buckarooing, please let someone know. Let them know you are on the edge. Please, I urge you. All jokes aside, let that person know I'm on the edge. If someone's trying to put more on top of you as well, just tell them it's too much right now. Like, you can say no for a second to have a lifetime of peace. So my quote for today is, sometimes the strength isn't in holding it together, it's in finally letting it go. Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Reid the Room, the podcast. My name is Dion Reid. I really appreciate you being here, and call your friends and tell them you love them.